Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. I wanted to talk with you guys about something that I saw today. And admittedly, I've seen this before, but today the Lord prompted me just to look. And that's this video. So one of the things that I like to do in my pastime, I do enjoy coloring. I really do. It's very relaxing to me. And so, as I'm looking at other coloring books and things today, I saw this book. I can't give the name of it, but I'm just going to say basically the book is about animal butts, all right? And the coloring book is not just about, any book about butts is just kind of weird, but it's about animal butts. And we're talking about not the tush, okay, the meaty parts. We're talking about dead center, all right? A coloring book about with the animal's rectum, anus, prominent. And this animal they have one where the animal is, you see the rectum of the animal is kind of turned to the side looking back at you. The animal is sitting on its side with one of its hind legs up with the rectum prominent in the center. Really perverse, guys. Just perverse. The poses that you'll see in a Centerfold magazine or something like that. And guys, the Lord's just showing me how how bestiality is being brought slowly. The world is going to a level of perversion a higher level than ever before, guys. It's already perverse. I'm thinking, how much worse can it get than what it already is? But guys, perversion is becoming a norm. There are people who actually are involved in bestiality where they are actually sleeping with and having sexual intercourse with animals. But slowly but surely, they're going to try to normalize this. This is what the Lord is showing me. And so what you have to realize is when the enemy brings the agenda to normalize things, it's going to come in these little harmless, quote unquote, harmless ways, such as these coloring books. Oh, it's just a coloring book. It's just a coloring book. What's the big deal? But if you look deeply, it's not just a coloring book. The question to ask, what is normal about a book any book that focuses on the rectum of an animal? This is where all the fecal matter waste is coming from. Why would we normalize that? We know everyone has one. Every animal has one. And that should just be the extent of our knowledge. Why are we accentuating that? Were you actually going to color an animal that has, this is a picture with the animal, coloring. So of course it's like a sketch. It's not an actual real animal, but they're lowered down on their two front paws, and the backside is up, and they're looking at you. Guys, let me tell you something. Use your discernment. There's another coloring book I saw about poop. You're going to color animal poop. That's what the coloring book is all about. We know that when anyone does have a BM, a bowel movement, you just interested in just sending it on its way to wherever it goes. But we're normalizing it in coloring books. They are normalizing this. Don't take the bait. The Lord is just showing me how the level of perversion that the enemy is trying to introduce and is introducing to the world is always going to come as it's harmless, until finally you see that they're going to make some kind of laws about it, normalize it, make it normal, make it okay, make you weird for thinking it's weird to want to deal with and color poo. What's the big deal if I want to color an animal's rectum? This is the world that is coming. A people that's hollowed out, that there will be nothing they will not do. Anything goes. They'll be interested in filth, fecal matter, animals. Guys, this is demonic. This is the nature of demons. Demons are filthy beings. They have no empathy. There's no boundaries in them. They just, what they feel they will do. The Lord is reminding me of a cake. Someone made a cake and the cake was a baby. Like, this cake looked just like a baby. Like a life-size baby. And on the inside, it might have been red velvet. But as innocent as it seemed, the Lord was showing me something that the enemy will subliminally slip in. That you could be okay cutting up a cake that looks like a child and consume it. And to some, it's just really good artwork. But those of us that's spiritual, discerning, you're seeing the subliminal message that the enemy tries to bring in through desensitizing the mind through simple and seemingly harmless infiltration, where you're going to have, it makes it easy for dark spirits to enter into a heart that's been prepared over time, to normalize looking at an animal's rectum, normalizing poop, normalizing cutting up what looks like a baby. And honestly, there's a lot of people that would be like, girl, you thinking too much, you doing too much. I probably would have said the same thing before the Lord opened my eyes. Ask the Lord to open your eyes. Those of you who are believers, open your eyes, because there's a lot of things that the enemy tries to slip into our lives, slip into your home in different ways. Things that are perverse. Things that are evil. The enemy is trying to bring that in. And so, guys, that's the thing that the Lord was just showing me. That there is a new infiltration that's coming. And it's to make bestiality okay. Guys, this stuff is going on anyway. There are people, some farmers, not all, where they have these animals, horses, ducks, cats, chickens, and they are doing the unthinkable. The unthinkable. They're doing it. Guys, only demons will do this. Demons will abuse animals. Demons would think of joining themselves to an animal, to a child, to a person. Demons would find pleasure in filth, because there are different types and levels of demons. There are different types. There are those that they'll eat your face off if they could. They'll do those dirty, nasty, filthy things that you don't think. They will eat fecal matter. They would rape an animal, you see. And then there's these other kinds that's more, I don't know if the word will be sophisticated, because they're all dark and wicked. They're not nicer. They just operate in a different way and level. So that's why you hear of these heinous crimes. And you hear of people who eat their own poo, and they will do some really unthinkable things, because there's a certain type of demonic spirit that's attached themselves to those individuals. And then there's these high level wickedness that's happening, because this particular demon doesn't do that. It does something different. But what is trying to be introduced is that filthy, nasty, dirty one. Because the thing with all of them, but specifically these kinds, it leads you to do anything that's debasing and unthinkable. And that would make that soul, that person, dangerous to society on a whole. Don't get me wrong, there's no one demon that's better than the other. They're all dark, they're all evil. They all hate you, but they all operate differently. And so, guys, I'm going to just close this video out by saying, when I saw these books, and they're not adult, they're not like pornography books, they're not perverse books, they're not where you would think you'd have to go to a certain private adult website to buy it. It's right there. You can purchase it. Your child could purchase it. As a matter of fact, as I was reading the reviews, I see people that bought this book for their kids because they think it's funny. But always remember this: Satan always uses funny, humor, right? Laughter as the chaser for the poison of perversion, unholiness, ungodliness, rebellion. We must pray, seek God out, seek Him out, cleave to Him, because the times are getting wicked, more and more evil than you can imagine. Be mindful of what it is that your children are looking at and what they're paying attention. Just because it looks like a kid's show, pay attention to the details. Very often we'll just put our kid in front of the TV and go away. I know that before I was aware of this, I would do that. But then at the same time, I'm going to take that back, because I've always been a person that I would sit with them. I would sit and watch what they're watching. But admittedly, there's been times I'm moving around. But I can't say I just stick them in front and just leave them. I'm listening, right? I've always been that way. Sit with them. But now that my eyes have been even more opened by the Lord, the Holy Spirit will give me a check in my spirit before anything. And a lot of times I just don't have them. They're just certain things they're just not going to watch. We're just not going to watch this. I'm deliberate in everything. And certain things the Holy Spirit's just going to tell you, this ain't it. So what it really boils down to, guys, is having discernment, praying over your children. Because, guys, bestiality, they're going to try to bring that in and make it normal. And they're already sending little funny, subliminal, supposedly harmless materials to set the stage for these laws they're going to try to bring into place. All right, guys.